Okay, I've got the object again, so we're taking another video. As you can see, it's still going crazy in the sky.
Are you getting the way it's making the designs when it's... No, you aren't.
Yes, I am. I'm seeing everything, all its movement, Mom.
Yeah, but you're not getting the designs it's making when it's making the movements.
You mean like changing shape?
No, no.
I don't know what you mean by designs.
It's like when it's moving down, it has like a red downward spiral coming from it, you know, and stuff like that.
Okay, I've not seen that.
No, you don't have it on your video.
Yeah, I guess I don't have enough detail in the video.
No, you can see it in the binoculars.
Yeah, for the record, we're standing on our deck. There's a fence directly ahead of us that's kind of giving us a frame of reference. The object is tending to stay on the right side of one of the poles of our fence that I was using for reference, and it's directly to the right of our shed also. It has, now that I'm glancing up at it outside of the camera, it has significantly moved up, but it's still pretty much on the same line it's been traveling. It's clearly not a star based upon all the movement. Ruling out a meteorite or a comet because those simply just don't behave like this one entering the atmosphere. I have realized that I left a cigarette burning in the basement, so I am going to have to stop this momentarily, go get the make sure I put out the cigarette so we don't have a tragedy here. I will lay the phone down though, so that my mother can continue commenting if she chooses to do so. I'll be back momentarily. Ma, anything you want to say to describe it? Because I'm going to submit this to MUFON tomorrow.
Okay. Okay, right now I can only see a white light. I don't see the color lights like before, the red and the green and the blue. It's strictly a white light now. That's bouncing around. It is moving more rapidly now than it had been before. You got your cigarette?
Yep.
No fire?
Nope.
Thank God.
It's
strictly a white light now, Keith.
Strictly a white light?
Yeah. It's really bouncing around now.
Yeah, okay. I'm actually going to sit on the bench to make sure I'm more steady when I'm videotaping this. There it is. This is the fence I was referring to. Here's the post. The object is to the right of the post and has remained so throughout the whole time. Unfortunately, my security light is on right now, which is causing some of the lighting issues. This should clear up here momentarily when the light turns itself off. Are you still watching through the binoculars, Mom?
Yeah.
It seems to be pulsing colors right now.
Okay, now the colors are back. Red, blue.
Yeah, I just saw green.
It's really jumping around.
Yeah. I don't know who you'd report this to right now. sorry, I am smoking now too, so you will see some smoke past the lens.
Okay, need a break with my arms. Oh,
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Okay.
I'm just going to open up the window here.
I have no commentary right now. It's just acting as it has all night, bouncing around, changing colors. Sorry I lost it. That's me moving there. My apologies. I now have the camera steady once again. I'm going to zoom back out, see if we get anything better, maybe a little less grainy. It is less grainy, but it's being affected more by my security light. When my mom comes back out, I will ask her to disable the security light. I'm going to zoom back in. I'm about 7.6 on my zoom right now. As you can see, it's changing shape again. It's now kind of in a backward J, I would call it. It looks like there's primary lights at the top and toward the bottom right corner right now. Remaining steady there for a period of time. Seems to be moving around again. Oh gosh, I wish I had better technology so I could take pictures in the dark, but I don't own anything like that. Once again, that primary light's remaining at the top. It's really putting a lot of the brightness to this. I wish I could find a way to lean my phone so I could observe this with my binoculars. You can see it seems to be going downward right now, so I'm going to adjust the camera to bring it back toward the center. Good, the security light went out. Mom, can you kill the security lights?
If it comes on, I will.
And it's now going up at a rapid pace. That was about the largest or the longest up that I've seen it take. There we go, security lights are out now, so you can get a real good look at it blinking. It really shot up again, Mom. It's well above the power lines. Okay, I believe that movement is my fault. Sorry about that. I'm trying to zoom back in a little. I'm at full 8 zoom. There it goes, crazy. And it lit up really bright that time before it made the move. So I don't know, we have 15-20 minutes of this video now. Legit on my phone, it will stay there. I'll be uploading this to a Google Drive for safety tonight. And then I'll be sharing the link with MUFON and on my Facebook page. Now, as I said before, this is our third encounter with a UFO here at my house. And I believe all 3 of them have been in early to mid-September. The first one was very clear. The UFO drove over our house at a very low altitude. It was a disc shaped. I think it was a black color. My brother thinks it was more of a metallic color.
No, it was black.
It moved very slowly and actually kind of wobbled on its flight path. So we had a good view of that, but unfortunately at that time we did not have access to a camera. The second time it came back was years later. It was the same UFO, but this time it had an escort with it of 2 other UFOs. And a fourth UFO came from a different path to join the other 3 UFOs in the distance. Unfortunately, they were too far away for us to get any good pictures. The pictures that I took are just spots. I tried to enhance them, and I was unable to do so. But this is the video we have tonight of what appears to be a UFO bouncing around. You can now see it's changed shape again. It's kind of an indistinguishable shape. But looking at it bare-eyed, the bright light still seems to be on the top of it. I guess we're waiting to see if it takes any actions or if it's joined by any other craft. I don't know if it was caught in the video, but earlier, I believe I was just using my binoculars. It appeared to shoot off 2 lights to its sides, coming away from it on a parallel line. I did not see where they went or the distance they traveled. It did not appear to be a large distance. So again, this is Sunday, September 17th. We're past 11 o'clock now. It's got to be closer to 11:30, I would imagine. Hopefully this video is time-stamped. Right now you can see the object staying still, but it's definitely flashing. Does not appear to be any pattern to the flashing. It's not timed like 1 beat, 2 beat, 1 beat, 1 beat, 2 beat, 3 beat. It just seems to be blinking randomly. And it's almost an outline of something right now. There's a very faint line at where 9 o'clock would be if this was a circle. The primary lights are between noon and about 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, one of the lights seems to go inward into the object, and then past 6 till about midnight, it's a very, very light line. Haven't seen any color changes in the lights recently, although it was showing blue, red, and green earlier. Not in any sort of pattern, just seem to be light changes. I'm going to change the zoom on the video. I'm going to reduce it. This is at about 3.8. And it really gives you an idea of how much this object is bouncing around in the sky. What was that, Moms?
I was taping.
Oh, you were taping?
Videotaping, yeah.
Okay, so we'll have a second videotape. I'll need to take that off my mom's phone tomorrow, so that'll take more time, but I will post it. I will submit this to the National UFO Reporting Center, and I'm also going to send it to MUFON. I'm a member of MUFON, so I'm going to send it there also. Haven't seen or heard any air traffic except the one plane that flew over earlier. That plane was nowhere near this object. Oh, you saw the object just shoot up again. And it's hanging out now. And now it's just slowly moving up. The lights on it appear different now. It appears lit up from about the 10 o'clock position. And it heads down to the approximately 5 o'clock position where it kind of looks like it grew some legs. So it's lit up from 10 o'clock to about 7 o'clock with some strange legs on the bottom, and there's definitely more lights on the right hand side. Again, it looks like it's changed shapes once again. The lights at 3 o'clock now are coming in. I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like fiber optics or something. They seem to be very bright lights, especially at the distance we're shooting. I wish I could get some of the pine trees in to give you a reference, but it's just too dark for the pine tree. Oh, you can actually see the shadows of the pine trees. I believe it's way past the pine trees, a significant distance behind those. It'll be easier to see when I shoot some daylight video so you can get an idea of what exactly the terrain looks like. Once again, I increased the video to 8 times magnification. You can see the little object is now kind of trying to move off the side of my screen. It has moved off my screen, so I'm going to adjust and bring it back to the middle. There it is in the center. It's maintained a relatively same height. To my bare eye, it looks larger to me right now, which may indicate that it is coming closer. I'm going to step off the object now because it is a clear night and we can see some stars. So I want to give you a relationship to what a star looks like tonight. So just bear with me. I'm going to see how quickly I can get a star in the frame. There's a star right there. You can see the star is pulsing and essentially staying at the same location. Actually, that might not be the star. Let me see if I can get a clear star here. Because there are a bunch out in the sky. I mean, it's a beautiful clear sky tonight for anybody who would want to star watch. I'm moving around here looking for a star. I'm going to reduce my zoom a little so maybe I can get a star that way. I'm scanning the sky for the stars, and I'm struggling to get any. I think a lot of my problem is that I've never shot video at night before. This is my first time. I've never shot much video, period. So I'm trying to do what I can. I can't seem to get any stars in. Look in here. Not coming up. So I'm going to return to the object so we can continue to follow it. There it is going crazy. I'm going to increase my zoom once again. It's at the 8 times zoom, which is the best my phone can do. Again, it's an Android. I think it's a 7. It'll be available for inspection as part of the investigation.
You know, like when you do a sparkler that leaves the line and the design all the time. When that's what that's doing.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like.
Yeah, that's what it's doing.
So Mom is saying when you use a sparkler and you run it in a circle, you kind of get the after effect of light. The light's already left the area, but you still see the entire circle. And she's stating that's what she believes the UFO is doing. I'm not convinced of that. It seems to me that this is one full object. I'm going to play with some settings here on my phone to see if I can get a better look at it. Don't keep your hopes up. I increased the brightness so you can now kind of just see it bouncing around in different formats. Something just above it shot that time. There appeared to be 2 additional lights. I'm going to reduce the brightness and see how that affects the video. It's really added some darkness. I'm going to increase to 8. Try to get it back in. And I've lost it due to the lack of brightness. So I'm going to return back to my original brightness setting so that I can see it. Mom's gone in the house, I'm not sure why. Where'd you go? There it is, back in the middle. I've clearly screwed up some setting because I've lost the clarity that we've had with this object the whole time. Right now I'm scanning the sky to get the object back in the camera. Not the easiest thing to do at night. So we are looking. I'm going to go back to try to reference the fence. And I'm not even seeing the fence. Okay, you can see the background, the trees and the like, and you can see this in relation to the trees and how crazy it's going. Again, I have my hands, both my hands resting on the bench to our deck. I'm also in a seated position. I'm doing my best to keep the camera as still as possible. I'm going to see if I have any zoom left. I'm not sure where I'm at. I do. So we're going to take it back up. This is a 6.6 zoom. I believe I'm steady as can be. The light again is a circle. The majority of the lights are at about the 3 o'clock position. At the 6 o'clock position, it seems to have expanded and has a neck of some sort in terms of the way the lights are. I'm not implying there's like a biological neck to it. I guess the important thing to me is the movement, how quickly this was moving. And it's strange directions. Okay, I'm letting go of the